I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, and born like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Browns going up against the Chiefs.
Larry, thank you very much. The snow and the cold, it has not deterred the KC faithful. The parking lot was full early. The barbecue smoker's going, and we are about set for football here on EA Sports. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their QB, the former number 10 overall pick in the draft from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
Well documented that he's the son of a former major league pitcher, but Pat has always said that football has fired him up in a way that baseball just didn't. He always wanted to be a football player, still has the big arm that his father had, and he uses it to send the ball downfield in a big way.
They go play action here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
All right, here we go.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Dustin Colquitt on to punt. We'll likely see brother Britton on the other side get a chance later. Fielded at the 20. Muscles him off. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
No gain on the play there, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On play action, Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Set to valve. 51 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game. That they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, if that goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now let's go. Green.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
On first down, Murray. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Again, it's Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. A dump off to Sims. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A handoff. It's Murray. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Going with a screen for Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. On first down, Wentz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag.
After reviewing the play,
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Wentz going to throw. Brought in by Coates. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Into the red zone, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku from 13 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 33. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 99 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
This will be fielded at the 6. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Howard Wilson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the INT, here's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get the, hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Justin Houston able to drop him for a loss of 4. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Wentz to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And in this weather, I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends whether they're going to wear a glove, not wear a glove. How cold is it? You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns continue to roll.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Fresh set of downs here.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down following the run.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. All right, here we go.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 42. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Mahomes to throw. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And tough starting field position here. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll run with Crowell. Quick feet by Crowell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It got his man complete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. 39 yards. Boy, going for it at this stage in the second half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's a thought that I had. I wonder if maybe instead of going for it with your offense and announcing your intentions, that maybe you run out your special teams and fake it. Because even though teams say, hey, we plan for the fake all the time, I know from experience, you look at the situation, there's no way they're going to fake it here. They probably had a better chance if they tried it that way.
2nd down now after the pass completion. To throw, it's Mahomes. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle here to Coates. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Hogan. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Charles, you think back to some of the great OT games in postseason history. There have been a lot of them. I think it's